Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, my name is Will, this is Will of the Nerds, and we're back with another deck tech video. And the last video was Red Dragons, so if you haven't seen it, you can check it out. And excuse me, today we are going to do an Angel Cleric deck, which is, it's all white, and there is one card in here that I might change out, especially if I open up some more and get more cards of it. It's definitely going to probably get put in this deck, traded out with one card, but I'll go over that when we get into it. So we will jump in, and we will do Angel and Cleric. And casual format as usual. We'll hit OK. And of course, like I said, it is all white, so we're probably going to have 24 planes here, but we're going to count them out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And they're all the same art too, by the way. So we have 24 planes. Oh, nope, not 25, 24. And Tor. Okay. And we're going to start with 2 Luminarch Experience to give everything +1/+1. We'll have to actually look when it comes up. So it is a human cleric. We're going to slide it over. We are going to click on it, and we're going to do this. So she's not too bad. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So yeah, it kind of works. Angel and clerics, to me, just kind of go hand in hand. This is where I'll say it. There is a cleric where angel spells cost 2 less to cast. I think I have 3 copies of it. And the reason it's not in this deck is because I have a main angel deck that I'm probably going to try to fit that in. And what was I going to say? If I get more copies of it, then I'll definitely throw 2 in here, because this next card I'm not 100% sure about. So it might get taken out, but the next card is Blinding Angel. Blinding Creeper, okay. No, we want Blinding Angel. Both from 8th edition. Boop. A boop. I think there's, oh no, she's from, okay, so she's an older card, eh. And she has flying, of course. When Blinding Angel deals combat damage to a player, that player skips his or her next combat phase. Which, I mean, I do like that. I like that ability a lot, because if she does damage, then it's keeping your opponent from attacking and just letting you attack, and she becomes a big problem. This card I'm also not sure about. So I might keep Blinding Angel, and I might get rid of this one. But this one is Avacyn, Guardian Angel. We have 2 of them, because you know how I like to play my 2-ofs in everything. Let's click on her. If I can click on her, I'm trying to itch my leg at the same time. Flying Vigilance, one colorless and a white, prevent all damage that would be dealt to another target creature this turn by sources of the color of your choice. 5 colorless, 2 white, prevent all damage that would be dealt to target player this turn by sources of the color of your choice. Which, I mean, that's all damage. So, if you're playing like a mono deck, you can just be like, red. And like, you're just not going to take any damage on turn 7 if you've got nothing else to do, I guess. So there you go. It's nice. It's just the mana ability is a bit of a pain in the ass. The first one's okay, but I would rather throw something else in there that's going to help immediately, because I usually forget about the mana abilities on there because I have so much other crap going on. And next we have Bishop of Wings for a 2-of. I didn't know she was a rare, but she's from M20. She is another cleric. Whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. When an angel you control dies, create a spirit creature token with flying, which is nice. You gain 4 life when an angel comes out, and when it dies, you get a token. I also, hindsight, should probably put Fountain of Renewal in here. So there's that. Put Fountain of Renewal in this deck. Next card is Glorious Anthem. So boom. Let's look at my awesome spelling. Oh, that was in 10th edition? Wow, I didn't know it was an older card there. It's from M21. What does the... That's not what I wanted just yet. I want to see what... Oh, wow. Urza's Saga, 7th edition. That's an older card. I didn't know that. Okay. The more you know. Creatures you control get a +1/+1. So I like buffing my angels. My main angel deck is just that. There's a bunch of enchantments in it to just buff my angels and give them vigilance and all kinds of stupid stuff. All right. Next one is Herald of War. And his name is Steven. It's not Harold. So get that right. So where is he? He's way down here. There's Steven. Well, we're going to see Steven. We haven't seen him yet. There he is. Herald of War. Her name is Steven. So there you go. So whenever Herald of War attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Angel spells and human spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each +1/+1 counter on it. She'll probably actually work very good in a green-white angel deck, I think. Then you can just always have a counter on her. And as long as she has like 2 counters on her, 3 counters on her, your angels are going to be pretty cheap, and your clerics will probably be damn near free except for the white mana. Alright, next card is Grand Abolisher for a 2-of. And we have him from 2 different sets. We have him from Commander set, and then we have him from the Nicol Bolas thingy majiggy. Archenemy, yeah. So we'll look. Wow, really? $33. How much is the other one? Didn't want my DPI going up. Go down. That's better. Don't want it that high right now. Okay, that's not the one. I want to see how much the Commander one is. Still 32. Wow, okay. During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifact creatures or enchantments. So it's basically a control. I had 2 of them in here, and I was like, I can make a control deck and throw them in it. And it was a Cleric, and I was like, I'll just make an Angel Cleric deck, because I really like my Angels, and Angels do some annoying stuff. So, sure, why not? Next, we have Angel of Jubilation. Jesus. Angel of Everything. Jesus Christ. And this is what, Avacyn? Restored? Yeah. We will see. $8. Flying. Other non-black creatures you control get a +1/+1. So this whole deck's going to get a +1/+1. Players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells or activate abilities, which is nice. I don't really think... I mean, my one friend does have a deck that causes him to sacrifice to do things, so he wouldn't be able to sacrifice. I think my one friend has 1 or 2 cards that he can pay life to do stuff with, but I think it's in his sideboard. He doesn't really play it much. But it's in there to give +1/+1, because of course. Alright, and next we have Decide, which I did not spell correct at all. D-E-I. There we go. And, yep, both from the same set. There you are. Journey into Nyx. And, okay, that one's pretty cheap. Exile target enchantment. If the exiled card is a god card, search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Mostly the enchantment part, because every one of my friends at least plays a very powerful enchantment in their deck, so this kind of works with that. And they can't get it back, and it gets rid of all of them. So goddamn Sandworm Convergence that my friend has in his deck, and the only reason he discovered that card was because he played my freaking worm deck. You have no idea how salty that makes me. So, like, I can just decide to exile it and be done with it. Then I can finally attack. Because I have a story about that. I had my angel deck, my main angel deck, and I couldn't do anything because I couldn't attack them with flying creatures. So they were just sitting there, getting bigger. You know, he couldn't attack because I had life gain, and any damage would just cause me to gain life, and I would just gain life. And he decided to just keep going, and I think he did Icy Blasted my creatures. And he was like, okay, they're tapped. He's not going to gain life. I'm going to swing with everything. And he did, but I had, I think, Exquisite Archangel. And I was like, okay, I take it. And then in response, I exile Exquisite Archangel. Now, granted, he had Abzan Ancestry, I think is what it was, where he kept drawing cards. Like, he was just drawing cards and drawing cards and drawing cards. And then he went for an all-out attack when he had no cards left in his deck. And he forgot about Exquisite Archangel. And I was like, okay, I exile Exquisite Archangel and my life total becomes my starting life total. And he was like, son of a bitch. You have no idea the happiness I felt that day. Anyway, let's get back to this. We have 2 Silence, both from M14. Where are you? Down at the bottom. M14 core set. Now let's take a look. $4. Your opponent can't cast spells this turn. Which, I mean, it's an instant. So, like, yeah, guess what? You're not playing anything on your turn. Sorry. Not sorry. Then we have Imposing Sovereign. I do like this. This was in my main angel deck, and I took it out to put just more angels in it. But I think everything enters tapped. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. So, if you can keep her alive, she's not a cleric, but she's a human. I was like, why not? I'll put her in here. She looks heavenly enough, I suppose. And then we have Agus of the God. Agus of the Gods. Where are you? That is not how you spell that. That is how you spell that. It is an enchantment creature soldier. So it's a human soldier. So it's not just angel clerics. So the last 2 cards are obviously noted of that. But it just gives me hexproof, which is why it's in here. So it's a little bit control-y. You know, I had these cards and I was like, I don't know what to put them in. I was like, Angel Cleric deck, sure, why not? So, I mean, you could really take them out and put that other Cleric card in here where Angel spells cost 2 less to cast. If you really want to go balls to the wall Angel Cleric. But I like them in there. And now we have Angelic Overseer. For a 2 of, and this is Innistrad, isn't it? Yeah, that's Innistrad. It's a mythic card too. Clicky on the card. Clicky. Flying, as long as you control a human, Angelic Overseer has hexproof and is indestructible. And you have humans in here. They're all human clerics, I believe. So, human clerics, human soldier, and angel. Is it a human soldier? Yeah, it's a human soldier. Okay. I didn't know if he was something else because he was of the gods. Alright, next card is Rebuke. Rebuke. For a 2 of. It's just a common card. I think this is No, there's a few other common cards in here. If I can find it. There it is. This is from Innistrad. Okay. I didn't know it was in Battle Bond. And destroy target attacking creature. Kind of saves you a bit. Gets rid of a big thing coming at you. We have Repel the Darkness for 2 more. And this is from the dual deck, it looks like. Boom. Yeah, that's a dual deck. Repel the Darkness is tap up to 2 target creatures and draw a card. So I like that because it lets you draw a card. That's only 3 mana too. So you're getting basically 3 abilities for 3 mana. Now, probably my favorite angel out of all of them. I don't know why. I just really love this card. Guardian of the Gateless. Apparently I need to, Guardian of the Gateless. These are from, what is that, Gate Crash? Gate Crash. Guardian of the Gateless. Flying. It can block any number of creatures. When it blocks, it gets a +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature it's blocking. So the way I've always looked at it was somebody that plays tokens and they just end up creating a bunch of tokens, and I have Guardian of the Gateless out. It's just going to block all of the tokens and get a +1/+1 and kill their board, even though it'll probably trade with her, but it would be worth it. Okay, so now we have Repel the Abomination. Abominable, I mean. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah, of course it's freaking Shadows over Innistrad. Or Eldritch Moon, yeah. It's the same difference. Prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn by non-human sources. And I don't know if any of my friends... I mean, my one friend might have a few humans in his deck, but I don't think anyone runs just like a pure human deck. Alright, and now we have War, Priest, Thune? That's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so they're from two different sets. You're way down here. One is from Eternal Masters, and one is from M15? M13. Yeah, M13. And we'll look and see what he does real quick. When it enters the battlefield, I may destroy target enchantment. So that works. And again, it just gets rid of some enchantments that my friends have. My one friend has enchantments that do all kinds of crap, and it helps a lot. We will save this deck. Hit OK. We have 2 enchantments, 10 instants, and 24 creatures. We'll go to the details. Of course, 100% white. There's a bunch of turn 2 stuff, isn't there? All right, let's look and see what the most expensive card is. So, Grand Abolisher, $28 for that. Which one is it? The Nicol Bolas thingy-majiggy, and it's $116 for this deck. So this one's a little pricey. This one is cheaper than my main Angel deck. I will tell you that right now. I don't know if I've done my main Angel deck yet, but if I haven't, yeah, my main Angel deck is, I think, twice as expensive as this one. Okay, so here is all the visual spoilers again. It never looks like there's that many cards there, but like there is. There's 60 cards. Most of it's lands there. All right. Yeah, we will look at the starting hand, and wow, that is really good. Okay, so that, add a card. That's tempting. That, and we'll drop that. Wow, okay, this is really good. So this, and then you have one more mana. I mean, I don't know. You might as well, I would swing for 2 if they don't have anything out. My one friend definitely wouldn't have anything out. I would maybe wait for silence. I would wait for silence. Draw a card. Side swing for 2. I would keep this one in my hand for right now. That's 5 mana, and you got 4 out. And there you go. Flying Vigilance. Swinging for 4. At this point, you might... One of them might die. So I would maybe hold off. Maybe not attack. Because you can attack next turn. And, yeah, okay. So now this is definitely where I play Imposing Sovereign, right? Then when it goes to your opponent's turn, I play Silence. No, I wouldn't play Silence. I would keep playing Imposing Sovereign because everything's going to enter the battlefield tapped, right? And when it comes to my turn, I would play my land. I would pay the mana. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be dealt to another target. Okay, so I would pay 4, and I'd prevent the damage to this, and I'd prevent the damage to this, and I would attack with these 3 creatures. And they might not have a flying creature at this point, and you might be able to get through with one of these ones. Because if they have a flying creature, they're going to block this, obviously, because it's the bigger creature. So if you've pinged them for maybe, I'd say maybe 6. And then turn 7, I would probably play Silence on their turn. and I would just keep swinging in and do some damage. Oh, this really helps too. Everything gets a +1/+1. So, Colby. So, yeah. That's 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could still prevent damage to 2 of your creatures here. Any 2 that you want. And swing in. Again, there you go. Play that. 3, 4, 5. You have the mana for it. You're swinging for 3. Like, I'm going to say they're pretty close to being dead if they're not dead by now. And turn 10, I would assume they're probably dead at this point. Because you can, like, this is indestructible. Because you control a human. You control 2. So that's not going to die. And you could swing. And you can give this indestructible because it basically pseudo-indestructible because of that. It prevents all damage that would be dealt to... Oh, okay, never mind. It's all damage dealt to this, right? Yeah, that would work. So it's not preventing the damage it does, but it's preventing the damage that's being done to this card. And you could just choose the color. So, like, if they're playing blue, or green, and then it's just going to prevent the damage that's being done to it. And it's basically pseudo-indestructible. But we will go to the probabilities, and we will end it there. So if you guys could please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell icon. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. You can follow me over on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are down in the description. And with that, I will see you guys on the next one.